So sometimes as a kid, I would come out in my backyard and I would just do laps around the yard, just to try to lose some weight and get some activity in for the day. As you can imagine, I've gone on so many different diets and I've done so many different exercises over the years that I've really been exposed to quite a bit. And today I just wanted to take a little time to explain a little bit about what kind of diet changes I've made and also why. And then I also wanted to explain to you why I think that building up some muscle is a good idea versus just doing flat out cardio. So let's go for a walk, shall we? So first off, let's talk about diet. Now, when I say diet, I'm not saying just a moment in time, because what I'm looking for is sustainability. Something that I can take with me into future years. Because a lot of people have this focus of a diet as being something that's temporary, that's not gonna last a long time, that's gonna lose me those 10, 20 pounds, you know? But when I started this journey, that was never what I was looking for. I've noticed that cutting out a lot of sugars really helps a ton. And drinking lots of water also is very crucial to losing the weight. But what I've adapted to is watching my macros and counting my calories. Now, I'll link a site down in the description that I've used to find what's necessary for me. I'm always going back and checking this to make sure that I'm staying up to date on what my calories and macros are supposed to be, because I'm continuously going down in weight, and it will change. But I feel like this is a more sustainable way to track my food than, say, like low carb, which is only gonna last me a while, because eventually your body needs those things and it craves those things, so you're gonna wanna go back to it. Not that it may not work for you. If it's working for you, great, keep up with it. But know that for sustainability purposes, I don't know if it's gonna last that long for you. When it comes to actually tracking the data, you don't have to do this as long as you know what you're having up here. But I find it really helpful. I use MyFitnessPal. This is what I use to track my macros, which are carbs, proteins, and fats. When you go into MyFitnessPal, it lets you track your food, you know, from breakfast to snacks and everything. And then if you click on the pie chart up here, it gives you a breakdown of your fats, your carbs, and your proteins. What I do is I write on the back of my phone, or I put a post-it on the back of my phone with those things in there. And then I know I can check that chart, and then I can flip it over and check how much I have. And if I'm getting close, I slow down on them. And if I'm getting, you know, if I'm way low, then I try to build it up a bit. The only thing I really don't try to build up a bit is my fats. I try to stick to more proteins and stuff, just because I'm trying to build up that muscle as well. And speaking of building up muscle, let's talk about that. So, when it comes to exercise, my saying really is that weight loss is probably about 70 to 80% diet, and it's probably about, you know, 20 to 30% exercise. You don't necessarily need exercise right away, but it's really gonna help you in the long run. Now let's talk about types of exercise, because this is crucial. I actually got a comment on one of my videos last week saying that I shouldn't do weightlifting. I have to disagree. The reason that muscle is so important to weight loss is because the more muscle that you build up, the more your body has to expend energy to support that new muscle growth. And the more muscle you have, the more it has to sustain. So this actually raises your metabolic rate and allows you to burn more calories in the long run. Now, this is not to say that cardio is completely bad, and I'm not saying that. I still think that cardio is really important to include in your workout, because it does do a really good job at burning calories initially. I still do cardio, but I just do less of it. I get about an hour to an hour and a half in the gym every day, and I would say that at least an hour of that is probably on the weights. Once again, this comes back to that long-term versus short-term weight loss. Weightlifting is gonna fulfill that longer-term sustainability for me versus that short-term weight loss. I'm looking to lose hundreds of pounds, And in order to do that, I'm gonna have to find stuff that's gonna be sustainable for longer periods of time versus something that's gonna be a short burst. When you put both diet and exercise together, what it really boils down to is that whole idea of sustainability for me. It's not that I don't think that running or jogging or walking, at that matter, isn't gonna lose you weight, because that's what I did for my first 50, 60 pounds here. Don't get me wrong. It's a great and effective way of doing that. But weightlifting is also something that I do enjoy doing, and I see the value in building and gaining muscle. Also know that I am a huge advocate for implementing these things slowly. Do things at one step at a time. If you don't want to do weightlifting right away, that's fine. Just start out small. Go on a treadmill. Just walk for a bit. You know, just start drinking more water to change your diet. Start to cut out sugars and really sugary drinks. It doesn't have to be a fast transition, because if you're my weight, or if you're of a larger size where you have to lose more than 10, 20 pounds, it's a lifestyle change that's going to take time. You can't just always focus on the fast solution. So what it really comes down to, guys, is what are you seeking for in weight loss? Are you looking for that quick path to success? Are you looking for that quick jolt of energy, that fast-paced workout that's going to lose you the most in the biggest amount that you can? Or are you going to look for the long-term, sustainable, healthy lifestyle that's going to get you to your goal? It may take a little time, and it may take a lot of effort, but when you get there, it's gonna be all that more satisfying. I'm done going on these roller coasters of lose weight fast and here's your solution to it all, and the stuff that the media and the weight loss industry try to push on us. It's time to take control of our lives and focus on stuff that's gonna be sustainable. As always, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down below. I'd love to hear your feedback and get back to any questions that you may have. Thank you guys for your support, and I'll see you at the weigh-in. Well, it's that time of the week again. Time to go get weighed. This week actually went really good. I got to the gym 5 days out of the week, and I worked a different muscle group each time I went. On top of that, I stuck to my calorie intake really well, and I avoided a lot of sugars this week. This week, though, honestly, was a really good week. So let's get to it. Well, there we go, guys. I'm back down under that 500 mark again. So let's hope I stay there this time. Really happy with the results this week. I put a lot of effort in at the gym, and I think it's finally starting to pay off a bit. So, all that being said, thank you guys so much for your support. It really means a lot to me. We're up to 170 subscribers, guys, and I really appreciate that. That support to me is just astonishing. You know, that 170 people are watching my videos and supporting me and encouraging me through this process. So I really do thank you all for that, and I'm just taken back by it, you know? And as always, you guys have a wonderful week. So Joe, how you been?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. You weren't with me today, but I lost weight.
Nice.
You really gotta do the thumbs up again.
Yep.
You don't have to do the thumbs up.
No, I don't have to, but the people like it. Hit the like button if you like my thumbs up.
If you want to check out more videos, go ahead and I'll put the playlist of all my videos somewhere up here.
Over my face.
I'll just put it right there, over his face.
Like right between my fingers. Can you make that happen?
I'll make it happen. Great. Just hold it right there. Right there. Don't move. If you move, you're not going to be aligned with the box now. I bet you drifted by now.
I probably have. Oh no, I just moved.